Movies, TV shows, and books by Native Americans are starting to find more success in pop culture. ABC 10 News recognizes Native American Heritage Month this November. Reporter Jared Aarons spoke with local experts to learn why these stories are becoming more popular and what it means for indigenous culture in America.
Traditionally, Native Americans have been marginalized in pop culture, seen as sidekicks or even the bad guys in stories written about them by non-natives. But American Indians are starting to tell their own stories on the screen, the page, and all over pop culture. Now, they're getting more mainstream representation and acceptance.
Join us for the San Diego American Indian Film Festival.
Since 2013, the California American Indian and Indigenous Film Festival at Cal State San Marcos has given Native voices a chance to be heard.
Some of us refer to it as a narrative sovereignty, of being in charge of our own destiny, and who better to tell your story than you.
Jolie Proudfit runs the festival and has watched it grow into the largest indigenous film festival on tribal land in the country. Its growth parallels the rise of Native stories throughout pop culture.
So I think audiences are hungry for not diversity for diversity's sake. They're just interested in other communities, other worlds, engagement, and really authenticity.
Proudfit says social media, TikTok, YouTube, podcasts, even streaming platforms have helped these stories and storytellers find an audience, but not just on screen.
So I think that's been the biggest change, is the increased number of Native voices and the medium in which Native folks have been able to express their creativity.
San Diego State Chair of American Indian Studies David Camper points to books like bestsellers The Only Good Indians and the Trickster Trilogy, and fashion like Nike's N7 line or La Jolla native Jamie Okuma's designs featured in Vogue and at the Met as proof Native culture is becoming mainstream and fighting against centuries of colonialism trying to erase it.
Seeing Native films, seeing Native art, seeing Native clothing, fashion that is done in a contemporary way is a very loud statement against a settler colonial narrative that Native people aren't here anymore. Right?
For Proudfit, it's encouraging. She's hopeful it's just the beginning for Native stories reaching the rest of the world.
I think it's just a real exciting time for Indigenous cinema, Indigenous arts, Native storytelling, and I just encourage audiences to kind of look beyond Native American Heritage Month and add us to their list.
Jared Aarons, ABC 10 News.
And if you would like to find more, we have put TV shows and books on our website, 10news.com.